Welcome, Just Espresso. We taste espresso for you. We're doing the long version where we do all three espressos that we just made little shorts of. Let's start with the first one, the Nizza.
You know, I'm pretty proud of myself. I spent an entire day dialing it in, figuring out the best recipe to pull Nizza at, and I gotta say it's pretty good. As espressos go, it's got a little sweetness, a little bit of acidity, nice body. Would go great straight up or in milk.
Yes, I agree. It is. We tried it in my version that I did as well as we tried it with a different version last week.
Yeah,
which was real bad. I think we were extracting way too much out of it because there's a lot of bad flavors that you can extract out, and we got them all nice and clearly. So you made a nice little more rounded rather than. So the way we usually make our espressos, we put a filter on the bottom of the portafilter and then a filter on the top. That way it kind of keeps the portafilter as same as much as possible in theory. But you took out the bottom filter. Yep. You did a different proportion ratio. What's your ratio that you did?
So I did 19 in, 40 out.
40 out, yeah, which is a lot shorter. Usually we're doing 20 in and like 54 out. So the much bigger ratio on the out. But it was good. It was good. If you don't over extract it, I guess it can taste all right. They got the almond nougat here. I got the acidity of the raspberry pixie dust, like the pixie dust from the straws. Pixie. Is that pixie?
Pixie dust straw. Yeah. I snorted that a few times.
Yeah, you gotta try it when you're a kid. You gotta snort it.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, for me, a lot of the coffees we make here are very light roast, and they work well with that recipe that you've come up with. And I feel that for darker roasted coffees, espressos, you're better off kind of shortening the brew time, shortening the yield, so that way you don't it's more easy to over extract. It's easier to get weird flavors as you push the yield a little higher.
Right, which is the whole rabbit hole and fun of and romantic part of espresso, is that, when you go to a cafe, hopefully your baristas have dialed it in and they've made sure that it doesn't taste terrible for you. Hopefully, you're always taking a chance. That's why it's a romantic thing to taste, and that includes when you make it at home. But it's nice. His recipe is much better. It's weird. We did a little video on it because you can only make it with the recipe we have for the decent espresso. However, if you're making it at home, you don't have a decent espresso machine, you can find your proportions. Start with just like, if it's 19 in, what's twice 19? 38 out. Yeah. And you start with that. If it tastes like too crazy, start going a little higher, a little lower on that, and then you'll figure it out. But 25 seconds is usually what we look for in time for espresso as well, for the darker roast stuff. The crazier recipes we have, that's the standard is 25 seconds, 2 out for 1 in. So if it's 15 grams in, it's 30 grams out. If it's 18 grams in, it's 38 out, or 36 out, sorry. Anyway, getting back to where we were, we did a decent job. We've tasted it 1,000 times. It's like a classic lock room espresso. The Everwild, I was impressed by.
Yes, it's not as bad as you thought.
I thought it was going to be, I like light roast. I like really light roasts. And it's a pretty dark roast. It says medium on it, but you can see there's when you get to they call it second crack when you're roasting, there's greasiness that kind of comes out.
The oils that come to the surface.
Most of all the other 90% of the coffees we've tasted so far, there's no oil on them at all. They're extremely dry. They don't get to second crack. They get to first crack, but not to second. And so there's no oiliness. These very oily, not very oily, but oily enough. But I was pleasantly surprised. Milk chocolate. And you said, what'd you say, a racetrack?
Yeah, nutmeg cider at the track.
I could say maybe some rubber, but the sweet rubber. I don't know, sometimes the plastic doesn't taste bad.
You're you're working on your car and you're drinking hot cider. You get the smell of the oil, the smell of the apple cider. Did you really get the apple? Because this I didn't get apple.
I didn't get apple.
I got the cider part.
The sugariness of it.
Just the bitter, acidic cider part, but
I didn't get the acidic. I got very little acidic. If you don't like acidity for this blend right now, it's a blend, so it will change. And it is all Rainforest Alliance Farms. For a medium, it's actually, I would consider it a dark roast, to be honest, what we usually drink. But relative to other lock home coffees, I guess it's a medium roast. medium dark, and not bad.
Not bad. And that brings us to Old Dark.
Old Dark.
Good God. I mean, this is definitely the darkest roast coffee La Colombe's ever done. You know, if you're a Cafe Bustelo brick kind of guy or gal or person, this is the way to go. I mean, because this is similar, but better. It's ultimately a much better version of Folgers, Cafe Bustelo, that German stuff you can get at Marshall's.
There is that burnt, like I said, burnt brownie.
Brownie,
but the brownie is there. It's like,
and a little bit of nuttiness. Like
made some brownies, and sorry, you like the inside. Maybe the middle one is not burnt, but all the other ones on the outside are burnt. And you serve them to your friends, and like only thing left are the burnt ones, and you're really hungry, so you eat the burnt ones, and you're like, it is burnt. It doesn't taste good, but it's got that brownie in there.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, they love that. They like to put sugar in their espresso, and they like that mix of the sugar with the burnt stuff. That's not something that I like generally. I just try to avoid like the plague usually, but that's also just the sense of taste that I've gotten over time.
Yeah, no, I definitely think this would be great. One of my favorite things as a kid growing up was taking my parents' coffee that was like super dark, super heavy, like just viscous almost, adding a ton of sugar and cream to it, and then dipping a bagel in. Oh, and then you could do that with this. I imagine you could take your everything bagel with scallion cream cheese, this, a little bit of milk and sugar, dip it.
Now we got it done.
It's so good.
Yeah, those are the coffees. This is Just Espresso, where we taste espresso for you. I'm Dave.
I'm Rob.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Cheers.